Let's start with the name Bao Khanh. In Vietnamese, it sounds like a name for a dignified young man, a future scholar, or at least someone who knows how to sit still. My parents probably spent nights scrolling through 1001 meaningful names for baby boys and thought, hey, this sounds strong. Let's give it to our daughter. Well, thanks, Mom and Dad. The name didn't just stick, it possessed me. While other girls were playing house with dolls and tea sets, I was busy being the captain of the neighborhood soccer team. My knees were perpetually scraped, my hair was a bird's nest, and I could climb a mango tree faster than any boy in the district. People would look at me, hear my name, and go, "Oh, a handsome boy," only for me to scream, "I'm a girl, you dimwits." But inside this tomboy shell lived a girl who obsessed over K-pop opas and dreamed of a cinematic romance. Then came high school and I met Hungtra. She was the first girl who didn't find me weird. Probably because she was just as chaotic as I was, just with a sharper tongue. The first day I stepped into her house, I wasn't greeted by her, but by a photograph on the wall. A tall guy in a basketball jersey, his smile literally glowing. It was Tuan, her older brother. At that moment, my heart didn't just flutter, it did a full Olympic gymnastics routine. I pointed at the photo and told Tra, "I want him. Give him to me." Tra shrugged, not even looking up from her snacks. "Take him. No returns, no refunds. Please, just take him out of this house." Tuan was 6 years older, a top-tier university student, handsome, smart, basically a 10/10 human being. I realized that if I wanted to catch a shark, I couldn't keep acting like a shrimp. I heard guys like gentle, elegant girls, so I decided to undergo a transformation. I bought my first dress, I tried skincare, I even attempted to wear lipstick. Tra was my biggest hater. Every time I walked out in a floral skirt, she'd fall off her chair laughing. "Look at this! The boy is wearing a dress! Tuan, come look at this miracle!" She'd howl. I once got so mad. I kidnapped her favorite dress and wore it home just to spite her. But surprisingly, Tuan didn't like the fake gentle me. One day, while I was struggling to act poised and drinking tea with my pinky up, he laughed and said, "Khan, just be yourself. The version of you that screams at the TV during a football match is much more interesting." That was it. I stopped pretending. We officially started dating when I was a freshman. My favorite hobby? Sending lovey-dovey photos to Tra just to annoy her. She'd reply, "I refuse to call you Chi, big sister. If you two get married, I'm moving to another planet." The day I had to officially meet his parents as his girlfriend was a nightmare. My parents gave me a 3-hour lecture. Don't be loud. Don't sit with your legs crossed. Act like a virtuous daughter-in-law, or they'll kick you out. I arrived at their house looking like a porcelain doll. I spoke in whispers. I offered to help in the kitchen with a graceful smile. Meanwhile, Tra was sitting across the table, covering her mouth, shaking with suppressed laughter. She knew the real me was dying inside. Every time I said, "Yes, auntie," or "Of course, uncle," Tra would make a gagging sound. I wanted to kick her under the table so bad. Finally, Tuan's mom looked at me and laughed. Khan, honey, stop it. You've been eating our rice and breaking our chopsticks with Tra since you were kids. I know you. This ladylike act is making me uncomfortable. Just be the loud girl we love. It was like a spell broke. I let out a huge breath, grabbed a chicken wing with my bare hands, and started talking about the latest match. The mask was gone, and for the first time, I felt like I was truly home. So, I got married, and guess who came with the package? Tra. She became my sister-in-law enemy, but a very strange one. Instead of traditional tension, we spent our days fighting over the last spicy rice cake or sneaking out for milk tea behind Tuan's back. Just last week, Tuan scolded me. I'm a bit ditzy. I managed to lock my car keys inside the trunk twice in 1 week. He was mid-lecture, and I was standing there looking like a scolded puppy because I needed him to make his famous salted toasted chicken for dinner. Suddenly, Tra flew down the stairs like a chaotic angel. Hey, stop bullying her, she yelled at Tuan. I warned you she was ditzy before you married her. You signed the contract. You saw the flaws. Now deal with it. You're the one who chose to make her my sister-in-law, so don't complain to me. Then she turned to me. And you, why are you just standing there? Go defrost the chicken so Tuan can actually cook. Move it. I didn't know if she was saving me or insulting me, but it worked. Tuan ended up sighing and dragging the bike to the shop in 40-degree heat, looking totally defeated. People think marriage is about two people becoming one. In my house, it's about three people trying to survive each other's nonsense. I didn't get a normal marriage. I got a husband who is my best friend's brother, a sister-in-law who is my chaotic best friend, and a life that feels like a never-ending sitcom. I'm still Bao Khanh, the girl with a boy's name, the girl who forgets her keys, and the girl who fell in love with a photo. And honestly, I wouldn't change a single chaotic second of it. One of our first romantic dates was at a quiet, fancy Italian restaurant. I spent 2 hours doing my makeup, trying to look like a goddess. But just as Tuan was about to hold my hand across the table, the chair next to us pulled back. It was Tra. She sat down, ordered a large pepperoni pizza, and started venting about her crush. Oh, don't mind me, she said while chewing loudly. I'm just here to make sure Tuan doesn't say anything cheesy. Proceed with your romance. Every time Tuan tried to compliment me, Tra would make a loud, gagging sound. Every time I tried to act shy, she'd remind Tuan about the time I fell into a pond trying to catch a frog in 5th grade. That night, Tuan didn't pay for a romantic dinner for 2. He paid for a comedy show for 3. I ended up with tomato sauce on my white dress, and Tra ended up with a free meal. Last month, we tried to have a date night at home. No Tra, no chores, just a horror movie and popcorn. I bought a sexy lace pajamas set thanks to Tra's terrible advice to surprise him. 15 minutes into the movie, Tuan started snoring. I nudged him, and he woke up, looked at my lace outfit, and asked, "Are you cold? Why are you wearing a fishing net?" Go put on a hoodie before you catch a cold. I was speechless. 5 minutes later, it was my turn to fall asleep. We woke up at 3 a.m. with the TV buzzing and a half-eaten bag of soggy popcorn between us. Tra walked downstairs to get water, saw us, and took a photo. She posted it on Facebook with the caption, "The King and Queen of Romance," or "Just two tired old people." But you know what? Waking up with a stiff neck next to a man who thinks your lace outfit is a fishing net, that's my kind of happily ever after. That's the thing about love. It's not about the perfect moments. It's about having someone who will clean the mud off your face and still think you're beautiful.